for Providence. 2 outs though now. Oh, nice looking pitch there, but calls it a little outside for ball 1. Foul ball 1-1 as that goes over the first base dugout. Inside, 2-1. Swing and strike as that one was in the dirt. Fooled Fuentes on that pitch, so 2-2. Hit the shortstop. Ariola picks it up. Strong throw to first for the 3rd out. So 3 runs though for Providence on that big error by Turkey in left field as the ball got underneath the glove, and 3 runs able to score on that error. So 8-7 after 3.5. With Tigers coming to the bat here in the home half. All right, Cassie Lopez up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers trailing 8-7. First pitch, swing and strike as Lopez went a little high. Strike 2 as she fouls that one back off the umpire's chest. So an 0-2 to Cassidy. Lopez hits one into short right field and caught there by the second baseman for the 1st out. Churka up to bat. Churka bounced down 3rd base line and foul. Turco 1 for 1 with a base on ball and a single. Pitch comes in high. Outside, 2-1. Turk another bunt attempt, and again foul. Just not bringing the bat quite around far enough. So 2 fouls, 2 balls. So 2-2 the count with 1 out here. Turk fouls it off. Three and two. As Turk able to let that high one go by. Works it full with 1 out. High ball 4. Turk able to walk. So the second base on balls for Churka. And a single. Brings up JC T-Bay. T-Bay's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice fly. Strike on that changeup. Outside. And Churka fakes as he's going to second, comes back to first on the play. So 1-1 to JC. Ball in the dirt. Throw down and safe at second is Churka on the stolen base. So 2-1 to count to JC. Outside, 3-1. Ball 4 outside, so JC's able to get a walk. So 2 on with just 1 out with Anna Ariola up to bat. Anna's 1 for 2 today with a ground out to third and a 2-run home run in the first. Like I said, all these batters, they just got to wait on the pitch. A little bit ahead of it most of the time. A hot shot right down the third base line. Will be at least a double. T-Bay comes around third, 1 run, she comes in and scores, and on the third on the throw, so 2-run double for Ariola. And run will score as Ariola, there's no timeouts or nothing. They're just watching, looking around, and Anna's able to score. Heads up play by her or the coach. I don't know which one, but Anna's able to score on that play as well. So 3 runs. So 10-8 now after that 2-run double and advance on throwing on the throw and score on, I don't know what you call that on what. So 10-8, 2-run lead for your Tigers. Macy up to bat, called strike 1. Little fly ball out to left field. Left fielder gets it for the out. Be the second out after Macy flies out there. Brings up Ashton Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2 on the game. Time for her first hit right here coming up. What's that? Home run by Ashton Johnson there over the left field fence. It shows it's still working. So Ashton Johnson with the home run, so 11-8. Let me go on YouTube and see for sure. I was looking at Game Changer, so I keep track of everything else. Right. I know the other day Lily had a hard time with the sun hitting it. So. Yep, it's still working. So the score now here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out now is 11-8 after that 2-run double by Ariola and then the solo home run after that by Johnson. Brings up Perkins to bat. So it looks like we will have a pitcher change as number 14 will come out for number 5, pitching for Providence. Game before this when Providence was playing, they ended up losing, but it was like a 17-9 game or something like this. So same thing, high scoring team that gives up lots of runs as well. So now after warm up, we have Avery Perkins up. Avery hit a 2-run home run last time she was at bat. So 2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Avery, hot shot, one hopper to third, strong throw over for the out. So 3 outs, but not before 4-run score for the Tigers on a 2-run single by Ariola, 2-run double by Ariola, where she's able to go to third on the throw and then home as Providence was not paying attention, and then the solo shot by Johnson over the left field fence makes the score 11-8 right now. Mandolin still pitching. Looks like our defensive lineman for the Tigers still the same, with Blogg, Perkins, Yost, Ariola, and Johnson around the infield. And Churka, Lopez, and Moore in the outfield. First pitch by Madelin's just a little outside on the changeup. To Moultrie. Inside low, 2-0. Foul back. Count goes 2-1. Low 3-1. Strike. Nice pitch by Manlin there. 3-2 the count to Moultrie. Just a little inside there. Ball 4. So Moultrie will go to first. No out still. Got a time here by Coach Osborne. Looks like we might have a pitching change here. Looks like we have Christian Kershaw in to pitch for Tigers. Shows 8 runs up on the board for Providence, but probably half of those are unearned. So Manlin probably only gave up 3 or maybe 4 earned runs in the first 4 innings. But Kershaw will come in with runner on first, no outs here in the 5th. So Manlin down with those 4 complete. All right, back in action here with Benson batting now and Kershaw on the mound. Low and the low ball 1. Moultrie on first base for the Argos. Strike. Go down to first. Oh, almost. If she would have went around a little quicker, would have had her. So good play there by Blog, throwing it down. So 1-1 to Benson. Strike 2. As Benson swings underneath that one. High. Close play at first. They throw it down again. 2-2. Swing and strike 3. As Kershaw strikes out Benson. Ruiz up to bat for Providence. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 5th, 11-8 for the Tigers. Strike 1. Blog throws to first, and runner goes to second on the throw. So Moultrie on second now. One strike on Ruiz. Moultrie on second. Foul back. 0-2 to Ruiz. Line shot to center field. Coming in is Lopez. Lopez makes the play on the and throws it to second. Not in time to get the runner who was retreating back to second. Nice play by Lopez, though, to range in and get that fly ball. So 2 outs now. Moultrie still on second. Brings up the top of the lineup. Strike 1 to Alanaka. Alanaka's been a pain in the Tigers' side this game. 2 for 2 with a walk and able to score, I think, all 3 times. So it'll be a plus to get her out right here. High, 1-1. Foul ball, 1-2. Shot up the middle. Ariel with a dive, but unable to get her out. But throws it home and out! Out at home. Beautiful play by Ariola there. She knew she didn't have a play at first, so able to throw it home into Blog, who's able to tag out the runner going home. So no runs on 1 hit and a walk. So score after 4.5, 11-8 for the Tigers. All right, Lydia Yost starts it off for the bottom of the 5th here for the Tigers. Lydia squares the bunt and foul. Inside, 1-1 to count. Nice, line drive, but right at shortstop. Nice hard hit by Yost, but sometimes you hit them on the nose and they go right at somebody, which was the case that time. So one quick out, Jordan Blogg up to bat. Jordan's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Outside, ball 1. Inside, ball 2 to Jordan. Strike 1, 2-1. As that cross, Jordan lets that one go across the middle of the plate. Down low, 3-1 to Blogg. Ball 4, Jordan's able to walk down to first. Brings up Cassie Lopez with Jordan on first and 1 out. Lopez is 0 for 1 for the day with the sacrifice as well. Smash in the gap between third and short for a single. And the ball gets by second baseman on the throw, so Blogg will go to third and Lopez will go to second. Still with 1 out, bring up Churka. 2 men in scoring position, 2 women in scoring position with Churka up to bat. Just 1 out. Churka 1 for 1 with a couple walks here. First pitch to a strike on the outside corner. Churka bunts it foul. Been trying that all day. Everything just a little foul. So Churka quickly in the hole 0-2. 1/2 the battle now. Churka up the middle, play up first, and she'll be out at first. The runners ain't able to advance, so 2 outs now. Bringing up JC. T-Bay. T-Bay 0 for 1 with a sacrifice and a walk. First pitch swinging and misses. Strike 1. As she's ahead on that pitch. Swing and strike 2 as she misses on the inside corner. So runners on second and third. T-Bay quickly in the hole 0-2. JC going to try to battle back here. And strike 3 looking on the outside corner. So T-Bay goes down on strikes. And Tigers leave 2 after 5. Score remains 11-8. All right, starting the sixth. First pitch strike from Kershell to Yeoman. Little high, 1-1 the count. Down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3 as that one misses outside and low. So Kershaw behind 3-1 on the count to Yeoman. Foul. Gets count back to 3-2. As Kershaw fights back here in the top of the 6th. Another foul ball down the right field line, out of bat play. No outs here at the top of the 6th. Count 3-2 to Yeoman. And a little half swing foul. Ball 4. Yeoman works the walk. No outs with Yeoman on first. Brings up Eames. I'm sure I'm saying this wrong. E-H-N-E-S. Eames. We'll say the H is silent. Ball high. 1-0. Trying to get Jordan to throw to first so they go to second. Ball 2. As that one missed high as well. Foul ball down the right field line. 2-1 the count. You still have Yeoman on first. Smash down the third base line, but foul as well. So 2-2. As Kershaw fights her way back, evens the count up at 2. High, 3-2. Foul. To so 3-2 remains the count. Top of the 6th. Tigers ahead 11-8. But Providence has one on here in the top of the 6th with no outs. And Eanes with the full count. And a pop fly. Let's see if Avery can get to it. Out. Just hits the top of the dugout, so count remains 3-2. And ball 4 high. So first 2 runners for Providence here in the 6th are on base via walk. Brings up E. Bishop. And a base hit gets by Macy in right field. So single and move up one on the hit. So 1 run will score. Runners will stay at 2nd and 3rd on that single and error. So 2 on now, still with no outs, 11-9. Bring up A. Bishop. As both teams go back and forth in this highest scoring softball game. Strike 1 by Kershaw to A. Bishop. Strike 2. Nice location there by Kershaw on inside corner. About knee high. High, ball 1, 1-2. Trying to get her to chase the one out of the zone. Line drive up the middle, score both of these runs. So the score will be tied at 11 after that single by A. Bishop. Still no outs here in the 6th. And this back and forth, a fair back and forth between the 2 teams. Both teams have had the lead multiple times and lost and retook it. So here in the 6th, we're tied at 6. Tied at 11. Fuentes up to bat. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Nice pitch. A little low and inside on that pitch, 1-1. Kershaw pitched a nice fifth, running a little trouble here in the sixth as she gave up 2 walks and 2 hits for 3 runs. Line drive up the middle for another single. Just little Deacon and Duncan just over the infielders' heads. Little line drive, so 2-1 now. Still no outs. Brings up number 20. Looks like we'll have another pitching change here as Kershaw come out. And we'll have Madeline coming back in. Mountain Gull will re-enter. Starting pitcher can do that in softball. Yeah, Madeline back in pitch here. We got 2 on with still no outs. And problem sorry with 3 in. Got Moultrie up to bat. Strike on the changeup. As your Tigers try to stop the bleeding here. Strike 2. Nice pitch by Madeline on the outside corner. Strike 3. Nice job by Madeline to strike out Moultrie with nobody rooming up. So score remains 11s with 1 out now. Brings up Southern. Strike 1 to Southern. Another nice changeup by Madeline. Strike 2 as Mountain Gull throws a rise ball by Southern. A little too high, that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. Strike 3. Nice job by Madeline. Ties her up on the inside pitch, about belt high. So 2 outs now. Still 2 on. for Providence. Brings up Ruiz. As Madeline re-enters and able to strike out the first two batters she faces. High on that pitch. Ball one. Strike on that changeup. 1-1. Madeline changeup's looking good today. A little high on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Ruiz is pretty short, she might be 5 foot at the most. So it's a smaller strike zone here. Strike 2 on the outside corner. No, good job. Two and two the count to Ruiz. 2 on, 2 outs. Change up, strike 3. Nice job by Madeline. Nottingham come in with 2 on and already 3 in for Providence, able to strike out the side there after 3 had already scored. So going in the bottom of the 6th, scores tied at 11. All right, Ariel up to bat here. Tie score in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Anna, a little bit outside. Oh, called it a strike. Sorry, I was mistaken. 0-1. Shot foul down third base line. 0-2. Anna's quickly in the hole. High, ball 1. 1-2. And another home run by Ariola. I didn't even have to wait for that one to hit the ground. As soon as she hit that one, it was gone. So solo home run by Ariola for a 12-11 lead. So Anna with her second home run on the day. So 12-11. Brings up Macy Moore. Macy will try to keep this thing going here, try to add some runs. It don't seem like Providence is ever out of the game as this game has went back and forth. So 12-11. First ball pitched to Moore is a ball low. Strike on the inside corner to Macy. 1-1. Ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 run is not enough here in the 6th. We need to add some runs on to get that lead up to 4 or 5. Strike 2 is change up to Macy. She's way out in front of that pitch. Macy shot in the gap for a base hit between second and third. So Macy on. Shortstop dove for it, went off her glove, but even if she's able to stop, there was no way she's going to be able to throw Macy out at first. After going deep in the hole to try to stop that. Bring up Ashlyn Johnson. Ashlyn had a solo home run her last time up to bat. Ashlyn to right field, overhead for a double, at least a double here. Macy will score, and Ashlyn will go into third on the play, standing up. So a triple for Ashlyn. So a home run and a home run and a triple by Ashlyn today on her last 2 at bats. Brings up Avery Perkins with a score 13-11 as we try to add on some more. Strike down the middle to Perkins. High on the changeup, 1-1. Line shot for a single, maybe a double. Nope, just a single as center field able to get that before it goes by her, but brings in Ashlyn for another run, so 14-11. Still no outs here. Brings up Yost. The Yost with the most. I don't know, that just sounds good. Davison will be running for Perkins at first. So 3-run now here now for Dakota Westland in the bottom of the 6th. Lydia Yost up to bat. High and inside. Strike down the middle, so 1-1 the count to Lydia. Shot to second, picked up by second baseman on to first for the first out, but Davison on to second on the fielder's choice, so 1 out. Runner at second with Jordan Blogg up to bat. First pitch to Blogg was a ball. Ball low in the dirt. Inside, 3-0, as that just barely missed on the inside part of the plate. Down low, ball forward to Jordan. Jordan walks the first, have 2 on now with Lopez up to bat. With 1 out here at the bottom of the 6th. Tigers ahead 14-11. Strike on Lopez as she lets that one go by. Just 1 out. Ball still the third and safe as the pitch, the throw down the third was in time, but it was off base and third baseman had to reach and get it. By the time she came back, Davison was safe. Log able to move down to second as well, so count 1-1 with runners on second and third now. Dakota Weston tries to add on. Bunt up the middle towards 1 run will score, so sacrifice, nice sacrifice there by Yost. By Cassidy will bring in 1 more as Davison scores, so 15-11 now with 2 outs, bringing up Churka. That one's high. Ball goes all the way, scream it right back to catcher. No time for Jordan to come home on that wild pitch. Bouncer to short. Short stakes up and throws it to first for the out. So that will be 3. So Dakota Weston able to put on 4 here in the bottom of the 6th, going into the 7th. The Tigers ahead 15-11. Top of the lineup here for Providence as we start the 7th with Providence down by 4. Manlin back in for the 7th inning work. Alona in a bat. She's 3 for 3 on the day. Squares it to bunt, pulls it back, and then turns the bunt down the line, and it will roll fair. Anaka with the first pitch. Strike 2 on Anaka as that was on the outside corner. Like I said, she's 3 for 3. Been a thorn on her side all day with her speed and able to handle the bat well. We've had a hard time getting her out. Foul tip back to the fence. 0-2. Foul again. Yeah, she tries to dump it over Johnson's head, but foul. Over Johnson's glove. A one hopper, but high over Johnson's glove for a single by Alanaka. Like I said, she knows how to handle the bat and handles it well, so she's on first. Brings up Yeoman. Top of the lineup for Providence, who's caused the most damage against the Tigers today. Yeoman's as well as 2 for 3. So no outs. Alanaka on first. Hit. Safe. That was a bad call. I think somebody, coach, needs to go out and talk to him. From my angle, well, of course I'm for Dakota West, and I would say she was out, but they called her safe, so 2 on. Still no outs. Not in goal pitching. On that single, she beat out the throw. Brings up Eanes. Ball outside. Hit down first, but foul. 1-1. Ball low in the dirt. Nice pickup by Jordan there. Log with a nice play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Little number back up. It's going to be hard to get her. She's going to be safe there as well. So another single at first base. As that she just stuck out her bounce, a little dribbler back toward pitch, and able to get to first in time. So base loaded now with 0 outs. On 3 singles, only one of them is left the infield. Brings up E. Bishop. Don't see any activity in the Tiger bullpen, so looks like it's Nottingall's to hang in there and get the win. Strike. Nice pitch on the outside part. Hit short. Home, and she's out. Out at home. Nice play by Ariola to throw it home, get the lead runner at home. So 1 out. Another dive by Blog. Just keep her foot on the base too. It's got slid into it. So 1 out. Base is still loaded. A. Bishop up to bat. Swing. on the changeup. Nice changeup by Mandolin. A Bishop quickly in the hole, 0-1. Foul ball by A Bishop. Oh, and 2 the count. Still base loaded, 1 out now. Little foul ball, but over the fence, so still 0-2. Outside. 1-2 the count to A Bishop. 15-11 the score here at the top of the 5th. Top of the 7th. Bases loaded for Providence. Foul again. Long game here is 15-11. Start at 2:30, 2:40. Longer most softball games. Strike, good shot. Good, nice pitch by Malin there with the changeup. Full day Bishop. So 2 outs now, still bases loaded. Good pitching by Malin to come back on there to get the 2 outs. So 2 outs now. Base is still loaded. And we're going, looks like so Fuentes back up to bat. First pitch to Fuentes. Strike on the outside corner. Foul back. Malin quickly ahead 0-2 in the count. Trying to get this last out of the game here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tigers up by 4. Another foul back. Fuentes stays alive. Strike 3. Nice pitch by Malin as she finished the game, striking out 2 more. So 5 of the last struck out. No out and 3 on, and she's able to get out of that jam. So Tigers win this first game today, 11-5. Be back in about half an hour as we take on Ottawa. Thank you for joining. Also, Our Lady Elks, if you're listening to those games, we won the first game like 19 to nothing or something. We're ahead this game 16-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Our meal pitching. Just looking at it, looks like everybody except Newman's had it, and Cricks had to hit this. No, everybody except Newman's had to hit this game. So good job by your Lady Elks too, as they're down in the Phoenix playing while we're in Tucson watching Dakota Wesleyan. So if you're wondering, Anna Ariola is my granddaughter that plays for Dakota Wesleyan. My other granddaughter, Carla Ariola, she's a junior that plays for Round Valley. And so they're playing in the valley right now in Phoenix. So I'm trying to watch both games. So, and both of them have 2 home runs on the day. Good job, girls. Must learn that from Grandpa. See you in a half hour.
We're moving to the other field.
Which one?
6.
6, okay.
Go over, add another tab. Okay, and then do the tiger head one. Okay, go to schedule. Go down. Go to the stats. Rewind. And that should give you everything, like the line score. Okay.